Who?
They said we would never show our faces again. Yet here we are to prove them all wrong. The H3 podcast will never die. Today's episode is sponsored by Stamps.com, and I'm happy to announce memberships.
Members only.
We are investing in the future of the H3 podcast, and we invite you to take our hand on this beautiful journey. What is memberships? You may notice a little join button on the H3 podcast page. What that does for you, $4.99 a month, you get early access to all videos 1 day early. We upload the same day we record. That also means that a lot of the obscenities, maybe content that is too hot for TV, stuff that may either get us demonetized or get us claimed, this kind of stuff we don't have to worry about on the members only early access. So you get all that, okay? 1 day early. The other thing you get for that, no ads. YouTube ads off. Sponsor reads off. It's just me, Hila, and all the gang, and you.
Raw.
Mainline right into your vein, boy.
The rawest of the raw.
Raw as a dirty Bradbury. and really most importantly, and the reason why we're doing this is that you can support the show, you know. During these times with COVID and everything going on, our sponsors have become frankly less frequent and more inconsistent, and our videos are getting claimed not claimed, they're getting demonetized like crazy, like way more than usual. Like out of our last 6 videos, 4 of them were demonetized.
It's crazy.
One of them had no ads and was demonetized, so we're in
a pickle.
So we thought, it would be fun to make this kind of membership actually worthwhile for our fans, try to give some kind of benefit and value there, and also to give you guys the opportunity to directly support the show, because our hope is to grow the show. I don't want to scale back. I don't want to worry about that kind of thing. I want to be able to spend $3,500 on a Gatsby if it benefits the show. Why not?
I think it benefited us.
Wait till you see what got down the pipe. Wait till you guys see what we wasted money on next.
That's true. Don't want to say too much.
When did we get that, Dan?
We wasted a lot of money.
This one makes the Gatsby look like a...
Yeah. It could be as soon as a couple weeks from now, but I don't want to...
Wow. This one, I don't want to ruin it, obviously, but this one has been in the works for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is epic, and we wasted a lot of money on it, and I think it's going to be totally worth it. Now, you may be saying to yourself, why would I support the show if you guys are just wasting money on crap like the Gatsby? That's a fair question, I guess.
Well, I have an answer for you. You don't have to, because for the non-members, nothing changes.
True.
Nothing changes.
I know this sounds like a scam because it sounds way too good to be true, but nothing changes.
That's true. Nothing changes. The episodes go up at the same exact time. They're the same exact content. It's the same exact everything. But for those that want to support us directly and support the show and keep the H3 podcast great as it's always been, sometimes less great than others and sometimes more great than others, but we strive for a pretty baseline, like pretty good. But we want to go more towards the great. If you want to support us, hit that join button and help support the show. We also want to start doing more episodes. Right now we're doing 2. I want to start doing 3. I want to start eventually, maybe by next year, doing 5 episodes a week. Yes, you heard that right. The H3 podcast is coming at you hard and fast. This week, we are doing 3 episodes, stepping it up. So this week's episodes are a little bit on the short side. Today's episode, just because we're doing another episode tomorrow. So that's why. But we're going to have more content for you this week. And I'm very excited about it, actually. Tomorrow, we're having JT and Chad. Chad Goes Deep, the Party Bros. These guys are absolute legends. I'm super excited to have them on the podcast. I think they should be terrific guests. And I also want to explain, you may be confused because there's different tiers. It says Fupa Troopa, Papa Blessed, and a True and Absolute Legend. Let me describe what the difference is. Fupa Troopa gets you all the benefits at $5 a month. And the other ones do nothing. You just give us more money. That's how it works. There's literally no difference between them. There you have it. So anyway, I feel like I've talked about that enough. Let's move on to the greatest show in our zip code.
Wow. You really
The greatest show on our one-way street.
I like that.
So, this video was circulating on the socials. There was a mega party in Beverly Hills, and these local newscopters went and cruised over the party and were filming it like they do traffic, like they're spying on them, which is kind of bizarre, but like, I guess the point is like, yo, there's no social distancing, there's no masks. I mean, what's going on? And so, okay, here they are. It looks like a wild ass party.
Yeah.
People are throwing bills from the.
Where do you see that?
Here, look, there's money falling. Here, let me go back. Look, somebody's from here is throwing money on the floor. Like, what the hell kind of party is this? Dan, should I get rid of this box? Can you see this?
Yeah, I just noticed it was there. Bye-bye.
Okay. So these helicopters are just spying on the party. It's kind of funny. Kind of weird, kind of funny, kind of wild. They weren't the only ones. There were several of them. And so I guess they were tagging the mayor and saying, hey, go break up this party. They're not social distancing.
Press tonight, where the LAPD has responded to a large party happening right now at a mansion. As you can see,
it's happening at a mansion right now, and LAPD is responding.
Health order.
What we're seeing here from Sky 9 appears to be dozens and dozens of people at this party. We're told there's a food truck there as well as a DJ.
There's a food truck as well as a DJ. It's located at this address. It looks like a lot of fun.
Distancing going on. You see the police officers there. We understand this is a gated mansion just off of Mulholland Drive. LAPD on the street outside of the gate. We'll continue to follow this story and find out if they're handing out any citations
That guy dancing.
for
Yeah,
this behavior
awesome.
or not.
It looks
We'll
like they're
continue
having
to follow
fun,
that
man.
Here on KCAL 9.
So, well, their genius cut. So, okay, like it kind of turned into a wacky story, turned to a tragic story. This footage that the LA news people were broadcasting on live TV. Well, here, before I get to that, this was also the kind of things was circulating around social media, so maybe it's not entirely their fault, but.
I'm right here at Hollywood Hills party. Check out all the women, all the Rolls Royces and shit. Pretty cool. It's a mansion party. I mean, over here by Mulholland Drive, you probably heard about it on
He's
TV.
in the driveway showing off all these like Rolls Royces, Porsches and stuff. Lots of money there, clearly. So anyway, I guess a combination of factors.
I've never been invited to a party like that.
I've been to a Notch party, which is kind of.
That's true.
Well, the thing is, Notch is usually the
not the
only
same.
rich person there.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of like social climbers.
Instagram models.
Yeah.
What is a notch party?
Oh, literally Notch, the guy who made Minecraft,
Notch
throws
party.
these debaucherous parties at his $80 million house. It's like the most deprived shit you've ever seen. It's so bizarre.
Fuck.
Because you expect like a bunch of nerds playing Dungeons & Dragons, just like maybe not, maybe that's a little stereotypical, but like more of a low-key kind of fun vibe. I went there with some friends, and it's just so debaucherous. It's like all these, it's like the stereotypical toxic LA party with like social climbers, Instagram models, all these dudes in like Versace. Everyone spends all day at the gym.
But also, it's just weird. Like, no one knows each other. It's just kind of
Nobody knows
like
Notch.
people just show up, and Notch himself wasn't even really hanging out there. It's just kind of.
I don't know why he does it. I'm just so perplexed by why does he do that? Because
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm assuming he probably just wants to fuck. That could be the only conceivable reason is that he just wants to fuck some cuties.
That's a lot of effort for
Right. And yeah, I mean, hey, it's impressive, right?
So what's the craziest shit you've seen there?
Well, I actually didn't stay around long, but
But
it's just
that's
lots
when,
of illicit drugs, lots of drinking.
That's why we had the Logan Paul story.
Yeah. Should I tell that again?
No.
No, I'm kidding. People make fun of me because I apparently tell that story a lot. How dare they make fun of me, first of all. It's a great story.
It is a fantastic story.
Thank you, Zach. Anyway, it wasn't my vibe, obviously. And then it's like anyone who recognizes you is like, dude, hey, I've got, what's up, man? And they're like, I work for this YouTube. It's always like, I work for this YouTube MCN. Something like that, you know? And, yeah, you could tell that none of these people even know what Minecraft is, you know? And then when Notch cruised out, I saw him briefly. He was like wearing a fedora and sandals and like, you know, he's totally like sticks out like a sore thumb. He's really the Great Gatsby. I mean, there's really no way to describe it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Big Gatsby.
What is that?
The Great Big Gatsby.
The Great Big?
Isn't he a big guy?
Oh, you just called him, what are you making fat jokes, Dan?
Yes. I was making a little bit of a fat
Yeah,
joke
he's
there.
husky. He's husky. I wouldn't call him fat. That's just rude.
I just called him big.
He's healthy.
Well, he's healthy. No, he's apparently I actually liked Notch, and I was apparently I said something to him at that party which he's never forgiven me for. Something about
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even
was
remember
that
what I
about?
said, but he like I said something to him in past. I was actually excited to see him because I had never met him, and we had talked on Twitter and the DMs before, and I wanted to hang out with him. You know, I didn't care about all these other people there, and I said, "Man, I said, wow, something about partying a lot." I think I was just goofing around, but apparently it hit him hard, and I talked to him briefly like a month ago, and he brought it up like that I wounded him with my comment.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that on Twitter. He got all pissy at you.
Yeah, he got like, this was all public, by the way. I'm not like revealing anything private. He was being like real pissy to me on Twitter. This is weird, man. I got to dig up that
He's kind
combo.
of notoriously an asshole.
I mean, he was nice to me, but when I
until
met
he
him,
just randomly was an asshole to you for no reason.
yeah, he was being kind of rude to me, I thought too.
Yeah.
But then he's like, "Oh yeah, well you said this mean thing to me like 3 years ago about partying too much." And I was like, I swear I don't remember saying that, but I'm sorry. I only remember what I felt which was that I was excited to meet him and talk to him and hang out with him. So, but I can be an asshole. I mean, I certainly don't deny that, right?
Who doesn't?
Here's his tweet. Actually, I don't feel very comfortable interacting with you because I'm still bummed you told me I party too hard after I invited you over to a party. You were correct, by the way. The only interaction we have is you inviting me onto your podcast. I find it cringy.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So he goes, by the way, Notch tweeted out something like, nobody wants me on their podcasts anymore. And I was like, you're welcome to come on our podcast. I'd love to have you. And then he goes, dude, all you ever do is want to invite me on your podcast. It's cringy. I was like, what? You baited me into inviting you. And yeah, I mean, what Dan read speaks for itself. I was like, all right, dude.
You really crossed the line.
Can you find the original thing? He was like,
yeah, very fascinating. The nonstop barrage of requests for me to stream or go on podcast or host things completely stopped. Right, and this was because he's like a total like alt-right asshole now. And you said, come on the H3
hold
podcast,
on. I don't want to make any. No, I don't endorse what Dan said.
That is why everybody stopped asking him to go.
Well, he got political.
Yeah,
and so a lot of people didn't want to to associate with political stuff, and so I said, well, hang on, I'd love to have you on the podcast, and then he called me cringy.
Yeah.
And by the way,
looking at some of his deleted tweets.
What?
I'm just looking at some of Notch's deleted tweets. He says like global warming is a hoax. If we were allowed to discuss IQ differences between populations, there would be fewer conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Things like
he's a
that.
giant asshole. I will stand by that.
We should make it illegal to
Weirdos.
use the wrong pronouns. He says shit like that. So
Wow.
So obviously you can understand a lot of people not wanting to associate with that, but I'm like, dude, I'd love to chat with you. And by the way, his claim that the only time we've associated is me begging him to come on the podcast is absolutely false. I used to hang out when I was with Justin Roiland. We used to be like, let's hang out with Notch all the time. We would call him. And me personally, but without Justin, I would reach out and say, hey, let's hang out. Because I was like, here's a guy who's surrounded by people that always want something. I don't want anything from him. I just want to hang out. And every time I would reach out, it was just like a hard no. Same thing when we were with Justin.
I think basically, maybe I have a vague memory that one of those times when you just wanted to hang out, he basically invited you to a party.
Yeah.
But you were like, you're not into that stuff.
He
so-
invited us to come to the party. I went to the party. He only cruised through like very briefly, and that's when I made apparently this apocalyptic comment about him partying too much, which, by the way, doesn't sound that rude, even when he retells it.
I mean,
And then he says, you're right.
he does have this crazy parties like every Friday. He should at least be self-aware of what he's doing.
He's known. I mean, people know him in LA in the partying scene as the crazy Beverly Hills party guy.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't seem like much of a stretch to comment on.
no, it's true. Well, he said it's true. So I think if anything, I was just like, yo, dude, let's hang out. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, let's hang out.
Probably just a lower IQ.
You think I'm a lower IQ? Actually, all these people who believe in like IQ and populations generally give actually, you're lower IQ.
Yeah.
I'm higher IQ.
I rubbed it off on you, so
Oh shit.
we're both just low IQ.
It's so funny when you listen to these people. They say apparently when these like IQ raters by they give that the see look at my IQ level working right now.
Ashkenazi, is that what you're going for?
Ashkenazi Jews have the highest IQ of any population. I'm here to prove that single-handedly wrong. So I smashed
You
that
heard it here, folks.
stereotype.
The bell curve
Yeah.
is bullshit.
Got you there, Notch.
What now? Yeah, I don't
Right,
know.
your DNA test, we found out you were like 99.9%.
Yeah, 1
Ashkenazi.
billion%.
So there you go.
Pure chosen person. Does it sound like chosen person? Acid reflux.
Clear your throat.
I'm trying. It's like never ending. Like I go, and then the mucus is like. Bleep. Anyway, we were totally on a tangent.
Big time tangent.
The
This
point is, I
episode-
feel like I should just move past the story. I guess people want to know what happened. Anyway, the point is, going back to the mega house
That
party in
party.
Beverly
That's what we were
Hills,
talking
about. Oh,
that
man.
because the local news was covering it with these helicopters, gangsters showed up, robbed everybody, and shot a bunch of people. So, crazy twist.
Yeah, we were tracking this story last night, and then I woke up and opened Twitter at like 8 a.m. and the first thing on my feed was like shooting at the party. I was like, oh my God, that took a
Well, I was like,
turn for the
whoa,
worse.
can that be the same party? And it was, sure enough. But yeah, I mean, everyone's like, look at all these wealthy people. They've got
Right.
DJs and food trucks and Rolls Royce. And there appears to be money being thrown off the balcony. Here's the address. Here's the passcode.
Right.
I don't understand the news coverage here a lot of times when it comes to like car chasers. They'll follow the chase like it's an action movie.
Yeah,
You
get some
know?
good ratings.
And
It's like a huge thing
it
here
just
in
feels
LA.
so wrong.
I think they do it elsewhere too, but LA in particular, for whatever reason, is obsessed with the car chase.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
you got the freeways, you got the...
But it's I just feel like it's encouraging it.
Oh, it's horrible. I mean, it's just horrible. People should not watch that. You know, when I was a kid, I loved it because there was it was alive, right? So
It's
kind of
hard
entice
not
you.
to watch.
Because, like,
The
you know,
responsibility should be on them not to
course.
air that.
of course. And, you know, the allure is, like, because it's live, what's going to happen? When I was a
Yeah.
kid, there was a dude who, like, shot his brains out on live TV.
I remember that. I watched that one.
and there's just like gnarly crashes. I mean, it should not be on television.
That was the one. Because of that one, now when they like are coming to a conclusion, they always zoom way out because they got a lot of flack. Because they basically
a lot of flack. Yeah,
because they broadcast a dude blowing his brains out on live television. Like maybe we should zoom in on this. They probably just shouldn't do it at all.
They should not do it at all. Anyway, that is that. So I guess, I don't know, congratulations to everybody involved, to the non-social distancing party, to the local news, and condolences to the people who were shot, and a shout out to Notch as well while we're at it. We're going to throw it to a break quick. There's only one ad, but when we come back, I'm going to war with Impaulsive, the podcast. That's it. The gauntlet's been thrown. The line in the sand's been drawn. That's it. All out war. When you come back, shots fired. As we slowly adjust to new normal, we need to be smart about how we do business. Luckily, Ela, there's Stamps.com to make things easier. Thousands of small business owners have discovered the benefits of Stamps.com in recent months. They've been able to keep their businesses running and avoid the crowds at the post office, all from their computer, folks. With Stamps.com, you can print postage on demand and avoid going to the post office. And you'll save money with discounted rates you can't even get at the post office. Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discounts of up to 62% and no residential surcharges. Pound it on that, you know what they're talking about. Stamps.com brings all of the mailing and shipping services you need right to your computer in the comfort of your home or office. Whether you're a small business sending invoices or an online seller shipping out products, it's just working from home or just work from home and need to mail stuff, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease and grace. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 on any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. Once your mail is ready, just leave it with your mail carrier, schedule a pickup, or drop it in a mailbox. It's that simple. And like I said, with Stamps.com, you get a great discount. Talking about 5 cents off every stamp and up to 62% off of USPS and UPS shipping rates. Stamps.com is a no-brainer. You save time, you save money, and you support the show you love and would never want to see diminish in any way. Right now, for our listeners, get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to stamps.com. Just go to stamps.com. Someone's like, C.C.L.O.M. Clom? Go to stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in H3. That's stamps.com. Enter H3. Welcome back, Fooper Troopers. I hope you've got your Fooper Trooper flags on and you're ready for battle. Last week, we got into a little bit of a controversy, actually, because of my comments regarding the regenerative properties of the female anatomy. I'm trying to put it delicately.
Nice.
And you know what? I'm just going to own up to a lot of people were upset. And I feel like maybe either I didn't communicate well or I mean, that wasn't my intention to say that, like, but you know what? I was wrong, okay? It's not my place. It's an antiquated thing. I mean, look, ultimately, I was just wondering how long it takes. Not to say that it's blasted forever. Regardless, a lot of people were mad at me, including Mike, the boyfriend of Lana from the Impaulsive podcast, who tweeted at me. He said, and I quote,
You'll put it up on screen.
He says, "Dear at H3 Productions, I saw your segment about Lana on today's upload. I'm not going to get into your disgusting rhetoric, as it's your brand to spew hatred disguised as comedy. But she retired 3 years ago. If you're going to call yourself a podcast host, at least do some research." What do you got? First of all, there's a lot obviously to unpack here, but what do you guys think about my brand being hate disguised as comedy?
I'd like to think that's not true.
I mean, it's a pretty bold statement. You know?
Yeah.
Hate? You think he means like hate as in like being a hater, or does he literally mean like you're a hateful person? Like,
I mean,
racist bigot.
When he says spew hatred, I think it's that doesn't sound like, oh, you're a hater, bro. That sounds like you are a hateful person.
Yeah, that seems a little extreme.
I feel like from his perspective, probably being like Logan Paul's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
We've criticized Logan Paul, so that's probably what they think about us.
That we're just haters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess from his perspective, you might say. Although Logan, previously, when they're discussing us, is pretty like cool, but Mike is always kind of making it. Mike is always he's. Let me continue on. He actually has nice things to say about you, Hila. He says, also, shout out to Hila for being the voice of reason. So I agree with that. I mean, I was like, hey, you know what? At least he likes one of us. And homie with the long hair, Zach, get ready, saying he would never fuck a porn star. I seen your type, buddy. You would pay $5K to smell my girl's panties. Zach, what did you think about being on the receiving end?
Yeah.
I'm cool, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want to smell your girl's panties. All I said was like I wouldn't have sex with her. Why do you got to attack me for that?
Well, hang on. All you said was that you wouldn't date or fuck a porn star.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is, and I think like that's not a controversial opinion. I mean, again, you are, and so Mike, he seems to be a little bit defensive, frankly, about the issue.
He does, and he also says to another person in the thread, I think, that like he doesn't care about good jabs at them, but like he expected us to do more research if we were going to talk about it so much. But it wasn't really a planned out segment. First of all, it was just kind of like you made a random joke, and then it became this whole conversation because I made it. I made a big deal out of it because it just happened at the moment. But it's not really something that we researched and planned to talk about.
Okay, but you know what I've done, Mike? Because you came at me. Guess what I've done? I've done my research now. And now let's talk about Mike and Lana. Because you want to throw shots, you want to be the big man. Hateful rhetoric. Do some research. Zach, sweet young golden Zach. If you go after sweet young golden Zach, you better meet me in the octagon, fool. Because I will drop that, what's that crazy headlock they do in MMA? There's one that's like the ultimate kill shot. The triple cross. The triple cross. Skull, bomb dive, death choke. I'm going to fuck you up, Mike.
With words.
I appreciate you
words.
defending me.
Oh, dude, nobody talks shit about Zach. And by the way, it was totally unwarranted. You didn't deserve that.
Thank you. Yeah, he was super off his line.
Oh, but you said you didn't like him. Maybe that's why.
You did start it, Zach.
I don't like him.
But you're but hello, he's a public figure. You're entitled to not like him. Hello, dude. Welcome to the internet, Mike. People are entitled not to like you, you bitch. Guess who else doesn't like you?
He does.
Let's talk.
He just blabbers his fucking mouth. All right.
Go ahead. Go off, Queen.
He just got like a lot of the time no frame of reference, and he just got to shut the fuck up. Quite frankly. Because he's annoying.
There you go, Zach. Speaking his mind.
But Zach is also actually a fan of the Logan Paul channel.
Right.
I am.
So that hits harder.
Yeah.
Next. So somebody clapped back at Mike on Twitter. He said he didn't even say anything bad about Lana. Zach, the guy with the long hair, just didn't like you. Not everyone's going to be a fan. Go off, Anna. So what, he didn't know your girl didn't do porn anymore and you expect everyone to know? Mike, I love your podcast, but I feel like this is kind of immature. Sorry, Shredder. I scared Shredder.
When did you make that alt, Zach?
Shut up. Anna 0282765 is not an alt.
It's an anagram.
How dare you? Mike responded, if you're going to speak confidently on a topic, do your research. That's it. Really? I didn't speak
confidently about anything. The whole conversation was just us
questioning
each other, really.
I don't recall being like...
Because it was just a random joke that Ethan made, and I was basically telling him, look, this may be a joke, but you may want to think about who it's going to appeal to.
So first of all, I want to point out.
That's all that was there, really. You didn't say anything bad about anyone.
I agree. I'm pure of heart and soul.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, Mike. You don't have to shit your gym shorts every time someone says they don't like
gym
you.
Shorts.
I like shit your gym
Never
shorts.
seen Zach fiery like
No,
this.
I
This is
love it.
insane.
Dude, you don't want to piss Zach off, bro. He'll fucking bring out the guitar hero.
And Zach is a zoomer. It's hard to piss him off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want research? You want research, Mike? Let's start here. First of all, I find it interesting that you didn't take any issue with the fact that what I said about the regenerative properties of the female body. No, you didn't care about that. The only thing you cared about, Mike, was the insinuation that she's still having sex with other men for her profession. And so I find it very interesting that you focused on that. Yet, by the way, the main accusation in our podcast is that your whole crew is spreading COVID knowingly. And somehow the fact that I thought Lana was still doing porn was more obscene to you than the fact that you are personally spreading a deadly disease. Do you tell your guests, by the way, when they show up and sit a foot away from your uncovered mouth that you were in contact with somebody who tested positive? You bitch. Back me up. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
Mike.
This is a heated episode.
Well, the guy's a fucking punk. You better do your research, bro. I'm not done yet. I'm not that angry. I just want to make it clear.
It's a shame because we were just starting to say nice things about the poll, the LP. Not the JP.
I think we were all starting to like Logan, but this whole thing about with Tanner where he's like, I don't care. Hit me with that soundbite of Logan saying he doesn't care. Hit the clock, Dan. You have a clock sound effect as we wait.
I think you do, actually.
They just got tested.
That's
for it.
Jake. You don't have Logan?
I don't have Logan. I never pulled it.
Oh, my God.
Well, because we watched it.
Everything Mike said about you is true, Zach.
Can you grab Logan? Is that
Oh
possible?
man.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Logan said, when Tanner's like, yo, bro, I have COVID and I was hanging out with you. He was like, I don't give a fuck. And then the next day he does a podcast. So meanwhile, Mike is so upset that I didn't know that she retired 3 years ago. Retired. Okay. So maybe you can explain to me why she posted to her Pornhub account in April. That doesn't seem like retirement. Oh, Mike says, well, she's not having sex with other dudes. That's technically retirement. Okay, she's doing she's with girls. She's doing solo stuff. I mean, that's still porn, dude. What am I? What are we splitting hairs here? If you're not taking a dick, then you're retired from porn. What?
I mean, we're not following that closely.
Yeah, I'm not. All I see, Mike, is that she's been #1 on Pornhub every time I go to beat off. And I'm like, wow, she's #1 all the time. So, it's pretty reasonable to assume that she's still making porn. And by the way,
she's a beautiful girl. I mean, that's just a compliment to her. I don't know why you get so... this is all coming from the fact that she's that big in the porn industry.
Yeah, she's huge. He's dating #1. But he got so I think he's so insecure about dating a porn star that this small insinuation of which is clearly a very reasonable mistake to make.
Yeah.
Is somehow he was so upset that I think he's just really insecure about the whole thing, and he doesn't want people to think that threatens his masculinity that she might be having sex with other men for her profession. And so he needs to make it very clear to everybody, no, she retired. And by retired, I mean she just doesn't have sex with other dudes, but she still makes porn actively all the time on her OnlyFans. So technically she's not retired. What does retired mean even in this context?
You better grab some of that Kirkland 2-ply because he's shitting his gym shorts, dude.
Wow. Wow.
Say no more. It's funny because even on her OnlyFans, as recently as May, she was posting videos of her with another dude. And yes, we went to her OnlyFans and did research for this segment because Mike, like you said, if you're going to speak, you better know, bitch. So, yes, she was even posting dudes with videos with other dudes as recently as May. It was an old, unpublished video.
Right.
But she's still posting it.
Right.
So, excuse me for insinuating that. But let's keep going, Mike, because I've done my research. What?
We keep going?
Oh, there's more, baby. There's more. Now, Mike, let's talk about disgusting rhetoric. Let's see what Mike has said about his own girlfriend and women in general. Listen to Mike say it for himself, and you tell me disgusting rhetoric when you hear it.
Speak for the commenters and stuff. Does it in any way bother you
Not
that
at
your
all.
girlfriend is married or has done anal sex with large black men on camera?
That she's married.
Does that bother you?
All right, so two separate questions. So how do you want me to? Where do you want me to start?
I don't care.
All right, so the
Oh, by the way, he's 35 and he was born in January, so he's old as fuck. He's older than me. He's older than me.
Aren't
By
you
like
35?
He's 35. We're both
You're both 35.
Yeah, but he's older than me by 4 months.
Okay,
So
but why are you calling him old as fuck?
Because he's old as fuck. He's older than me. He's the oldest loser on YouTube.
No, that's a reach.
He's the oldest
You're the
loser.
same age.
No, he's 4 months older.
That's the same age.
He's 4 months older. I'm just saying. He's
In
the,
adult 4 month life, period that's of the time same age.
where he's older.
But yeah, we're on YouTube. This
Only
isn't adult life.
kids say like, "Oh, I'm 6.5."
I'm just saying, technically, he's older than me. He's old as fuck. I'm not the oldest, biggest, dumpiest loser ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but Ethan doesn't shit his gym shorts. Mike does.
Watch this.
Is that something that actually happens, Zach? Are you making
No, he's just the type of dude to shit his fucking gym shorts.
Got it.
And in this hypothetical situation, does the turds like fall out the pant leg while he's running?
Yeah, it's a fucking
Does it come out through
watery,
the mesh?
steamy.
Oh no. Whoa. Anyway, let's listen. Talking
Throwing
about
them in
hateful,
gym clad.
Okay.
hateful rhetoric. Let's listen to Mike.
the marriage thing.
I don't care. My girl's naked on the internet too.
The marriage thing is a different topic. Let's start with the anal sex with the black men.
And his name is tattooed on her ass.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the second one.
Logan's so uncomfortable. He's just out.
I think this might have got too hot for LP. He's gonna sit back. He's gonna sit back. All right, ready for this? I'm gonna lay this out for you. The shit that I did before I got on this scene.
Oh yeah.
Was so fucking dirty and so fucking bad that there is nothing.
I don't know, but like, I don't know how he's gonna talk. I mean, I couldn't even imagine. It sounds bad, but that's not even what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Pretty much anyone.
What?
To the benefit of Mike, I will give him credit. He's a recovering drug and alcoholic.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
then
so-
I have nothing to comment on that. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering. I don't know anything.
But
about
let's not get sidetracked. Let's focus on the hateful
That I
rhetoric.
fuck with now could have done in their past that would change the way I look at them as a person. Nothing, bro.
Right.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I fucked up. The question was, how do you feel about your girlfriend having sex with other men on camera? He was more vulgar, obviously, in the way he phrased it, but I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
Point. Do you know how many girls in this city have fucked their way to the position they're currently in and didn't get paid $1 for it? This.
I mean, that's kind of misogynistic. Mm-hmm. How many girls in this city have fucked their way into the position they're in? That seems like a kind of fucked up statement to make. It's a little bit hateful towards women. If I was looking closely, but here he continues.
It's just not really. Yeah, I don't really see why even make that comparison, and the fact that women had to do that is also a big part of the Me Too movement that is hopefully going to change all that.
Ela, he goes on to say,
like, women weren't happy to do that.
No, Mike, no, it's not a.
And no, it's not a lot of successful women too either. Like,
yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Like, well, here, Ela, listen, he goes on.
very big Brazzers contract on the table to restart in the next month. She's not doing it.
Wow.
So she actually is done.
Do you think you would be able to stomach it if she was actually like
No,
going to
so
work,
no.
doing porn, then coming back home to you? No, that'd
Absolutely
be
not.
rough.
Absolutely not. The man Mike is not down. And for what Zach, you said you wouldn't want to do that. He came at you. Mike himself has said that he wouldn't do it. I don't see where's the problem, but listen what he says next.
So obviously, I've had flings with other
women,
pretty big adult actresses. You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't go the same distance as Lana has, and we didn't have the same, feelings for each other.
Emily's
but they were,
at a different place in her life.
For sure. But the reason is because they are still very active in the scene. And so she has a past. She took a whole bunch of fucking dicks, just like every other fucking girl in this city. Hers are on camera.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And I think it takes a very specific man to be okay with that shit. I said it on our show the other day. If you compared her bodies to my bodies,
oof, yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
Not to mention that.
Holy shit, I have...
You fucked homeless women,
horrible,
crackheads.
bro. I used to do terrible fucking things. So
that sounds... I just don't know.
Something to be proud of?
Yeah, I don't know how to play. It doesn't sound like he's proud of it.
He wasn't proud of it.
But he said, quote, she's taken a ton of dicks like every other girl in the city.
Yeah.
He's just joking, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. If you're gonna throw shots, I mean, damn, that sounds a lot more hateful and misogynistic than anything I said, which was a simple question of the regenerative and elastic properties. I'm really a pursuit of knowledge without any hateful intent, Mike. Then, of course, Keemstar suddenly loves Mike. As soon as Mike calls me out on Twitter, Keemstar is suddenly Mike's best friend, which is just so funny because actually what's funny is Keemstar has actually talked a lot of shit about Mike, but all of a sudden, Keemstar goes, Mike, you just worry about your happiness. All of a sudden, he's like a self-help guru. People are always going to tear you down, but you are winning. I have criticized you more than almost anyone on the internet, but I respect your hustle, and I just want you to know that. Good guy Keemstar.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, cares about Mike. But then, of course, Mike has to respond because, and now it's all good, feel good, love, powwow, shitting on Ethan. Appreciate that, Keem. I'm not mad at all, honestly. This is just pro to pro criticism. I'm not perfect at research either, but if I'm going to dive balls deep into a topic, I hope to at least understand the core points of said topic. He missed the mark today. Bro, first of all, I wouldn't consider myself a pro, and I don't know what the fuck you are. You're a professional coattail rider. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Like, he's so self-congratulatory. And he missed the mark today. Oh, man. I let Mike down.
I'm so again, the mark was specifically just not knowing that she was, quote, retired.
That's what I missed.
Because to us, the conversation was completely different.
Yeah, he took his only takeaway really was that
we were actually under the assumption that she's still doing the work that you see around the internet a lot, right? So fine, we should have known better, but we were under that assumption. And to us, like, the interesting conversation is when you date someone who's doing that work, what is that like?
He had no comment on that.
But they're not actually in that situation either.
Yeah, but like the misunderstanding, considering the fact she's posting to her Pornhub account and her OnlyFans actively, I mean, again, for him to get so wild about the fact that I missed the mark today by my lack of research is weird. And he's clearly just super insecure about it. With that being said, you know, I do want to actually, I'm not done. Here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not even done. Like, because I wanted to make sure I did all the proper research.
Yep.
You know, so that I could really make him proud of me. I don't want to miss the mark again.
The first 2 times, like, I thought, like, no way I'm gonna.
She's
like,
talking about the first 2 times she had sex with Mike.
This guy or keep having sex with him because it was just so bad.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, this is so awkward and like horrible.
we tried to not force it, but it was like
interesting. He couldn't please her. I wonder if that has anything to do with the insecurities. Well, at least I may have been onto something, right? Like, I mean, you have performance issues when you, as a man, trying to follow up, because not just like the people she's had sex with, but she is an experienced woman.
Well, she's a professional.
She's a professional sex haver. If I would be intimidated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I don't feel it. So obviously, you know, the guy was having some performance issues. She was like, oh, this sex is so awful. You know. But anyway, he goes on to say, let's see what Mike says here. Just doing my research, my due diligence.
Average person. Like the average person would be like, would be like, oh my God, like she's been with all these guys before me. Like, how do I measure up? You know what I'm saying?
You see what I said? And then to get on your high horse on Twitter and judge me? You just literally said the average person would say that.
As long as she's telling me after our sex that it was incredible and that like, and I'm asking her what I can change.
Anyway, any thoughts? Any summaries? Did I do good? How did we do? Was my research?
I mean,
thorough?
after seeing all of that, I mean, I don't necessarily feel bad for him, but I mean, I think you're right that I think his snapping at you was rooted in a little bit of insecurity, like you said, and I don't know. I feel a little bad for him. This is probably something he struggles with. It might be an issue in the relationship. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe that's too far to even speculate about.
Well, I think that if you're gonna date a porn star, you just gotta, because like he's obviously pressuring her, but maybe in directly, because he's saying if you go back to doing this, then it's over. And so, look, that's her profession. She might want to do that. And if you're not willing to do it with her, then she's not being able to deliver the full experience to the fans that like her content. So I do feel like that's a kind of an unfair stipulation. It's like if you're going to date a porn star, you've got to be ride or die. You go with the whole package, right? And so he obviously has this kind of macho, insecure thing about like being cucked or whatever. Because it's kind of what it is. Like another dude fucks your girl and then comes home to you. That's the life that you kind of sign up for.
All I can say is
like
I want a full-fledged apology from Mike to the H3 podcast.
What about?
Yeah, what would you like him to apologize for, Zach?
Shitting his gym shorts. And
No, but-
being
well, first of all,
and not doing his research.
Yeah, he didn't do his research. First of all,
But
by
you
the
did
way,
say you don't like him, so
I do not like him.
but he's
So-
An
entitled to his
apology
opinion.
for that.
Yeah, why should Zach apologize for not liking him?
But what is he apologizing for to Zach?
You know, he accused me of lack of research, but in the same tweet, he refers to Zach as homie with the long hair. It could have taken him 3 seconds to figure out Zach's name, unless his goal, of course, was to be disrespectful, which leads back to the original point of the criticism, which he laid at me, which is spreading hate. So which is it, Mike? Are you doing bad research? Or are you being hateful towards Zach?
Yeah.
So you need to tell me which one it is. And then apologize for the one it isn't. That's what he owes us an apology for. And finally, TikTok is being threatened to be banned off the face of the planet Earth. TikTok, the beloved, blossoming app that has taken the world by storm, actually really taken the world by storm. I heard it's got 100 million users in the United States. That's like 1/3 of everybody. I'm sad to say I'm not in the ranks of TikTok, but I do feel like I'm missing out.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Everyone's having fun there, you know? Dancing, singing, flirting. Everybody's on TikTok, man. I just can't bring myself to invest. The thing is, like, you have to kind of put in effort to be on TikTok. Or on Twitter, you can be like, I made a stinky fart. And people will be like, yes. But you know what I mean?
You don't have to post.
Well, I have a ghost account.
But do you actually spend time on TikTok?
No.
Me neither.
I try, you know, but I feel like you kind of have to invest some time for it to get to know what you like because it's just not that personalized for me right now, and it's just like a lot of random crap. So, but I do try. Anyway, TikTok. President Trump has put his foot down on TikTok. TikTok, actually, we've spoken about this previously, is owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company, and there's been a lot of fear among policymakers here in the United States that they're sharing data with the Chinese government. And let's face it, that is all but probable. I mean, knowing the Chinese government, those dudes are shady, and they totally would do that. I mean, they have an authoritarian total grasp on all business and industry there. There's no standards. I mean, yeah, so I'm sure that China is spying. Actually, and India banned TikTok recently too, and TikTok was huge in India. Also had like over 100 million users. So this has precedent. Trump, of course, announced this on social media when he said he would ban TikTok by executive action as soon as Saturday. Now, this would, of course, deprive us of great content. You know, you always wonder, where's Colby Person and all these legends of YouTube? They're on TikTok. 835,000 likes. Is that views? Is view the same as a like?
No.
Well, then how many views does it have? I think it is.
I don't think so.
Then how many views
That's the
does
hearts.
it have? Because it must have a lot of views if that's how many likes it has. He's still rocking the gold Lambo. I love it.
Can you watch my car real quick? I'll be back like right now. Just like watch it real quick.
Okay, I got you. Wow.
This is a collab with the Russian twins.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Have a good day, okay?
Yeah.
Bro, where's my keys? Where's my car? Who'd you get into?
Bro, where's my keys?
What the?
Epic.
I hate when this happens. Kobe Person is still making the bomb ass content.
It has 5.6 million views.
Wait, how do you see that?
I just don't think it shows him on desktop. He's probably looking on the app.
How many views?
5.6 million.
Whoa, people are so dumb on TikTok. Actually, I have noticed that like the
That's
views.
pretty big.
That's massive. The views on TikTok are huge, man.
Because it's short form, so you probably watch it a few times.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We got to get on TikTok. We need a podcast clips there.
But even just the likes alone, that's a lot.
And he has 6.4 million followers on TikTok.
So that's what's up, Cope. These guys, these Facebook prankers always move to like the lowest common denominator. They were on Facebook, now they're all on TikTok. So that's Kobe Person. And actually, while I'm at it, the twins from Russia, they shot a video in the same exact location. Another
I bet I
dude.
can run around this parking lot in only 4 seconds.
What are we betting on?
Your new car.
You have $1 million if you lose?
Yeah, if I lose,
Let's go.
Let's do it, Steve. 1, 2, 3,
Go.
4.
You're not going to be able to do it. No way. No way.
Yeah, it was so quick, right?
Yo, it was so quick, man.
No.
Oh, there's music playing. We can't play the music. Yeah, it was so quick, man. All right, take the car, dude. So we're at risk of losing, these pranksters have found a new home. We need to protect them at all costs. Leaders of both parties of the United States have criticized the app's owners, ByteDance, for allegedly sharing its user data with the Chinese government. Of course, they have denied it, but that's exactly what Winnie the Pooh would say. Winnie the Pooh, of course, is Chairman Xi, who looks like Winnie the Pooh.
What the hell was that reference?
He looks just like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I
We've
remember
talked
now all
about
the
it.
names.
And he'll throw your ass in jail for saying that, which is awesome. That's why you got to love America. Because people say a lot worse about Trump every day and they don't go to jail. So, hey, God bless America, right? Also notable that in early July, TikTok was banned in India, as I said. They had 119 million users in India when it was banned. So it was a huge deal there. Actually, Microsoft announced that they wanted to buy TikTok for the Chinese market. So they would take over TikTok. It wouldn't change it all. They would just basically take it over for the U.S. and But so it was all on shaky grounds because Trump was like, I'm going to ban TikTok. And Microsoft was like, I'm going to buy it, bro. They said they're committed to acquiring TikTok, but they need approval from the U.S. government to do so. And so, what's funny is another theory for why Trump is hell-bent on banning TikTok is that people on TikTok have been mercilessly, not with mercy, without mercy, goofing on Trump. You guys remember the Tulsa rally flop? Trump said there's going to be millions of people there. They had this whole overflow, and basically like 8,000 people showed up. It was like a total flop. Well, TikTok had a huge hand in making that happen with videos like this one here that were going viral all over TikTok.
Guys, Donald Trump is
I actually heard that theory, but I never saw the videos that people made about it. So this one is
Here's
great.
Here's one, for example.
All you have to do is give your phone number and you can get 2 tickets. So I got 2 tickets, but I totally forgot that I have to pick every individual piece of lint off of my room floor and then sort them by size, so I can't make it for
busy.
Friday. Oh well, I already got the tickets. And I accidentally just verified it too, so that means there's gonna be at least 2 empty spots. Guys, that's awful. You should be really careful going to do this, just in case, you can't make it, you don't want a bunch of empty seats. And another thing, guys, if you are doing it, make sure to use the right zip codes just so that they know you are in the area.
So I gotta say, that's a pretty epic
That's
troll.
pretty amazing.
Damn, they got so bad because people literally reserved millions of seats and only 6,000 people showed up. I mean, that is legendary troll.
Yeah, Trump's campaign manager, his name's escaping me right now, but he was really hyping up the fact that so many people were going to be there, and then they canned him like a week after that. And most people think because of what a goof this was. So
yeah, it was quite a goof, I have to say, and I think these kids probably had a huge part in curbing their encouraging their expectations. And then there's other people like Sarah Cooper, who is she does these lip syncing Trump TikToks, and she's so good at it. Whatever you think about Trump, you really have to give this girl
And don't forget
all the credit in the world, because this shit's hilarious. And when I saw her,
it really is.
When I first saw her on Twitter, I was like, she's gonna be huge, and she has been huge. I feel like she's literally actually getting to him at this point.
I can't stop watching these, and they're so simple, but it's just too funny.
So here's one.
Than anybody in the world. But why? Because we do more testing. When you test, you have a case. When you test, you find something is wrong with people. If we didn't do any testing, we would have very few cases. They don't want to write that. It's common sense. So we test much more, many, many times. South Korea, you hear about? I spoke with the president of South Korea, spoke with many different presidents, prime ministers. They can't believe what we've been able to do on testing. They can't believe what we've been able to do on ventilators. We're sending them ventilators. Other countries, Italy, Spain, other countries, France is having tremendous problems. We're helping them with ventilators.
I mean,
and don't forget, we have more cases than anybody in the world.
So she's like exploded. So I think at TikTok generally, like all the Zoomers are just totally clowning on Trump there. And I do think Trump is that petty, frankly speaking. Because he's threatening to take quick action to ban TikTok, but then he set a date. He gave an ultimatum to Microsoft. He said, you have till September 15th to cut a deal with Microsoft, at which point it's going to be out of business. Mm-hmm. But here's the other strange wrinkle in this. He says, so right now they don't have any rights unless we give it to them. So if we're going to give them the rights, then it has to come into this country. Oh, wait, well, no, that's not. He said...
This one?
He said, here, In an unusual declaration, Trump said any deal would have to include a substantial amount of money coming to the U.S. Treasury. I've never heard of anything like that my whole life. Why would the United States government need to be paid in order to buy a company?
I have no idea.
From what I understand, the rationale is that because he has put this diplomatic pressure, essentially by creating the scenario where they're about to get banned, he has contributed to creating the value of TikTok and therefore feels like the U.S. government is entitled to a cut of that because the value is being driven up because of his ultimatum.
Yeah, but
I don't really...
Since when does the government collect equity in
I don't think
company?
that's a thing, no. So
to go on to the conspiracy theory that he just wants to shut down TikTok, this could be just a caveat, an impossible caveat to ensure that it shuts down. We'll see by September 15th.
Well, I don't know. The Microsoft in their statement, they did kind of tip their hat to that, saying that they understood and agreed that the Treasury would need its cut. So I guess they're willing to play ball.
Isn't that just taxes? Don't they always get a cut of everything?
Not direct to the Treasury, I don't think. I don't know. It's all over my head.
Okay, well, there you go.
So it read very strange when I was looking at it.
Well, frankly speaking, I would feel a lot more happy knowing that TikTok was owned by an American company because I think the Chinese are definitely spying on us through TikTok, like for sure. There's even been like big companies like, what was it, Google or a company like that, Apple, I don't know, that prohibited their employees from having TikTok installed on their phones.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that should tell you all you need to know, really. And then, of course, there are people that are very sad about the tragic ending of TikTok. And Zach, please soundbite this.
Anywhere. TikTok is our home.
Soundbite
Trump
this,
has
Zach.
no need to ban TikTok just because the haters. TikTok is my home and everyone's home.
Hell yeah.
It's our TikTok is
Why
not
is it,
going
his
anywhere.
chest looks airbrushed like Facetune.
TikTok is our home.
Awesome.
It's just
Trump has
delighting.
no need to ban TikTok just because the
Zach,
haters.
soundbite that. Well, I am certainly hoping that we can do everything in our power to save TikTok, and not only to save TikTok, but to make TikTok American again.
I do think a lot of kids love it so much, and they've already had such a terrible year, 2020.
No,
that
we can't do it to them.
We can't do it to them.
They've already lost Vine. And
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, we lost Vine, but here's TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, we're whole again. We found purpose and direction in life. And now Donald Trump's going to come out here by executive order and take away the only thing they have left? No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if Trump bans TikTok, he's going to lose. He's going to lose a lot of, he'd probably.
Well, they don't really vote.
Yeah. Well, right. They don't, overwhelmingly, they don't vote. But that might rally the troops. That might get the young kids out there to be like, this is where I draw the line.
TikTok.
Babies in cages. I sleep. TikTok banned. I vote. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, he does put babies in cages. I mean, like, that is something he does. I mean, there's pictures and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yeah.
It's like one of these things, but
It's one of those conversations.
it is definitely something that is happening now.
Right. I just, once you go there,
But
it's a whole conversation.
Admittedly, I don't know that much
Yeah.
about it. I've seen some photos and stuff, so I probably should be more concerned about it. But there you have it. Ethan, come on. Can you just wrap it up without getting into some shit? Anyway, tomorrow's episode is going to be super fun. We have, again, Chad and JT, the Party Bros. These guys are absolute legends. I'm super excited to have them on tomorrow. Could be in the midst of absolute bro legends, spreading good vibes and raising stoke levels. So we will see you guys then. And so 3 episodes this week, so stand by. We're going to have a lot of fun. And hope to see you guys in the members page, where I'll be sending nudes to members only.
That's one of the additional benefits I didn't realize.
Butthole shots, but they're so close that it's just black. Wouldn't that be epic? I just take a black. That's my butthole, but it's so dark you can't really tell. It's kind of a good idea. Maybe I should start.
You should
posting
start
that.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's on members, but it's just I specialize in really close butthole shots. They're so close you can't tell what it is. I'll post one of those for the members tomorrow.
Oh, cool. I'll probably have to be the one to edit that. So
YouTube will like ban our shit. I'll just take a picture of my hands. It's all dark, and then YouTube's like, no butthole shots.
Hey, this is jumping back just a bit, but I just wanted to ask you, with this whole TikTok thing and Microsoft buying them, you know, Microsoft's pretty notorious for like running things into the ground.
Really? I didn't know they had that
Yeah,
reputation.
they kind of, you know, they've had a lot of false starts on various projects. Remember there was Windows Phone for a while and like everybody hated that. Yeah, well, there's lots of things like that. So I just kind of wonder if like they're going to go through all this trouble, there's going to be all this drama about TikTok. They're going to buy it and then within a year, TikTok will be MySpace and everybody will be
Skype.
That would be pretty sad.
Well, they ruined Skype. Skype was like the #1 app ever.
Yeah,
and then
there's another
Microsoft bought it. And it's like, how did you ruin Skype? Everybody loves Skype.
Yeah.
And now everybody hates Skype because it is so annoying to use.
Right.
I don't know how they could do that, though. They would really
Didn't
have
they
to.
just flop Mixer?
Right, Mixer was a flop too.
That was Facebook, I thought.
No,
that's
that was
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Oh, so they ruin everything.
That's what I'm kind of saying. I like Microsoft is on a long losing streak.
Well, if they're
Remember the
smart,
Zoom?
they would just buy it and
I
let
guess
them
like
do their
it's
thing.
just proof that if you made one great software, it doesn't mean that you can just go ahead and make whatever
Well,
else.
I mean, Microsoft is kind of a big deal.
But
Is that all they've done? I don't know. Have they done more than just make
Office
Windows?
Is like ubiquitous, but that's kind of part of Windows. But
the Zune.
But all Zoom was another thing that flopped. I mean,
What is
Did they
Zune?
just make Windows?
Exactly. What is Zune?
Let's look up what is
It was like their version of the iPod.
Yeah, it was their iPod competitor. is
Oh
what
my
Zune
God,
Oh, I
I never
remember
even
that.
heard of it.
Hold on, let me do some. What does Microsoft own? Because I feel like they must have done something right.
They do. I mean, obviously they do, but they've had a lot of L's too over the years. So I kind of just wonder if
guys.
this
Here,
is
I
actually
think that's a
curse.
valid question.
Yeah,
I think so
TikTok
too. I'm
might
looking at a
be,
list of companies they've
crashing.
bought. A lot of them I don't recognize their name. I'm trying to find ones that I Hotmail. That didn't really go anywhere.
No,
Hotmail was a big deal.
I had a
Was.
Hotmail once upon a time.
I did.
Yeah, we all did. When I met you, Ely, you were
Yeah.
Hotmail all day.
Hotmail is MSN, which I think a lot of people.
Well,
also
Xbox.
use.
I mean, the Xbox has been successful.
Yeah, the new
is-
Xbox looks like shit though.
Well,
Well,
but to be honest with
PS5,
you, I'm
baby.
I'm kind of PS4, PlayStation all the way.
That's what I'm saying. They got
yeah,
all
but
the good
Xbox
games, all
is
the good
still a big
exclusives.
accomplishment.
Yeah, Xbox is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else they got here. They have a fucking ungodly amount of properties.
The thing, a lot of their things that are successful are like enterprise. They're for business, and you don't really hear about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But yeah, a lot of their public-facing endeavors have crashed and burned pretty
I
hard.
cannot
What's that in
believe
Israel?
the amount of shit they own. Getco and Desktop Center. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. They might be super successful. Whale Communicate. I mean, there's so much shit.
Yeah.
Jellyfish.com. What the hell is that?
Jellyfish.com. I don't know.
Big Park. Skype. Yeah, see you later, Skype. Used to be cool, but now you suck.
But yeah, I just wonder if
Nokia?
this is
Nokia.
They kind of ruined Nokia. Nokia used to be big, and now
Nokia
it
was
sucks.
like the phone company,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
right. They bought
hold
Nokia
on.
for their Windows Phone thing, and all of that kind of crashed and burned.
Hold on, I got to give it up to them on this one. Mojang, Minecraft. They definitely
That
took
was a
Minecraft
win.
to the
That's
moon.
a W.
Mm.
So they won on that one.
Good point.
Okay, well,
And like in the tech field, yeah, I don't know. They kind of have a mixed
yeah, a
record.
lot of Israel flags. What are all those?
I'm still looking.
That
'cause
Israeli.
I'm actually
tech companies
captivated
that
by
they
it.
probably snatch up over the years.
Compulsion Games, Playground Games, Undead Labs, Ninja Theory. Do you know any of those companies?
Ninja Theory sounds familiar.
Those are all
but
video. Oh, they own Obsidian Entertainment.
I didn't actually know that.
Those guys make great games. Black
true.
Isle. Those guys make like Fallout, don't they?
It's sort of. They made.
Here, I'll tell you everything they've made.
Yeah. I believe that's the company that came out.
Knights of the Old Republic.
The original.
Fallout New Vegas.
Right, New Vegas. Yeah.
Pillars of Eternity. That was a great game.
You played that one?
Mm-hmm. Pillars of Eternity 2. So they're yeah. I'm really interested by this. I don't know if anyone's with me, but it's the end of the episode, so it's all good. Double Fine Productions. Those Psychonauts. That's Tim Schafer's company. That's a big deal.
Okay, yeah. Well, in the gaming space, obviously, they've had a like you pointed out with the Xbox, it's a decent success.
So I guess, they're very hit and miss. I
They have a lot of hits.
TikTok is going to be one of their biggest properties at this point
Yeah.
if they buy it. Man, I wonder how much they're going to have to shell out for that. It's going to be
Yeah.
billions for sure.
It's going to be a lot. Apparently, they're not just buying American TikTok, but like U.S., Australia, New
Right.
Zealand, and Canada, I think was maybe.
Golly, that's going to be
So-
like, I didn't know how much, like 100 billion? I mean, I don't know how much that shit
It's going to
costs.
be a lot of money.
Is that like a really lucky situation for them?
That's what Trump's saying because, like,
I think it is.
Trump
'Cause
is
it's
being
so
like,
popular.
sell it or fuck off forever.
Yeah.
And so they're being forced to sell it. And frankly, TikTok is still early in its developmental rise.
Yeah.
And so I don't know that you can even fairly judge its value.
Yeah.
So Microsoft is definitely, it's a buyer's market because what choice do they have? It's like either get paid or get nothing.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that, I
Right,
guess
which
that-
I think is right. When the point I was trying to make earlier poorly about Trump wanting the government to get a cut, I guess that's
Yeah,
what it is. Is
that's
because
why.
he's putting the screws on them. Microsoft is going to get a good deal,
Yeah.
and therefore he feels entitled to a cut of it.
But isn't that fucked up to acknowledge that? It's almost like it's like some weird mob shit where he's like,
It's kinda-
he's
it's
like,
kinda
hey,
mob-like,
listen,
Where's
it'd
my
be ni-
protection money?
It'd be nice if
But,
TikTok had to sell.
Yeah, I mean, at least on its
I mean,
surface,
but
it
does
sounds like
it is
extortion.
it gonna help the country then?
It's not going to help the country. No, it's going to hurt the country.
The money that they
Oh, I mean, it's dude. Even if the U.S.
On
gets like
paper?
a couple $1 billion, I mean, that's like literally like pennies to the government.
That is kind of dropping the bucket for them.
I'll tell you. I mean, but you know what? I mean, yeah, everything helps, I guess. I mean, what is that, like 1 or 2 fighter jets? I mean, really, how much do those fighter jets cost that they love to
a
buy?
couple Tomahawks.
Yeah, I
probably.
mean, yeah, that shit goes a long way. A couple of fighter jets that will sit vacant for 30 years. It's good.
Well, anyways, I know we were kind of done with that topic, and I brought it back, but
Oh shit! There's a wait. There's a whole nother list.
Oh really?
Wait, hold the phone.
more Microsoft stuff.
These are huge ones. Wait, why does it say? You can correct me. Why does it say Apple? They're not involved with Apple. Oh, they have stake in Apple? Did you know that?
You know,
They have
I
a
kinda
$1 billion
vaguely remember-
stake in
yeah,
Apple.
in the 90s, Microsoft saved Apple. Actually, I didn't realize that was still ongoing.
Oh, they own $1 billion of Comcast as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these companies have a stake in each other. So
$5 billion in AT&T. Jesus, what the fuck? TeleWest
big
Communications,
boy.
Best Buy. Facebook, they own $240 million. That's really not that much. Barnes and Noble. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. They have $600 million in Barnes and Noble.
yeah,
I can't believe how they're everywhere. What is going on?
I don't know. It's kind of how it works. All these big companies, they all got
Ticketmaster.
their fingers everywhere.
CNBC, USA Networks, Liberty Media. Okay, this is getting scary. How like these companies, they're like, it's like Voldemort spreading his Horcrux everywhere. It's like they're unkillable at this point. They have seeds and like tendrils in so many parts of society. It's like they're immortal. I mean, it's creepy.
So while we're doing this,
Uber, AOL.
yeah, that's just annoying now.
Oh, it's no good.
PewDiePie is trending now because apparently Spotify got leaked, so people are criticizing him for what kind of music he listens to.
Wait, whoa. What? His private playlist got leaked and people are shitting on him?
I think so. That's what I'm understanding.
I don't know if it's because I was looking at this a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
When we were on break, and I mean, maybe some people are shitting on him, but it's more so that he's into a lot of LGBT artists.
That's a problem?
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
problem. I think it's just came as a shock to a lot of people, and they're like, if you look at his like top artists, it's just kind of surprising. It's
I
probably
haven't
not what you
looked.
would have guessed.
I don't know what. Oh, this.
Oh, this is his top. Wait, so somebody hacked his shit and then looked at his top artists? That's so bizarre.
It might not have been hacked. Maybe they just found his playlist or something and realized it was
I
his
just don't
account.
understand how is this even a conversation.
I guess because people assume that PewDiePie's like a racist shitbag, but that he listens to LGBT. He's not, by the way. I'm just saying what these people.
Yeah.
The same people who would be shocked by that are the same people who would be surprised by that. Interesting. So who are these artists he's listening to?
Like,
Hero,
here's a
Hero
big
Benito?
tweet. The fact that PewDiePie is trending because of his hyperpop taste that leans
Hyperpop?
into, it's kind of a subgenre, leans into LGBT movement, and the fact that he has changed from his past, but people will still bring his drama from 4 years ago is tiring. Yeah, it's kind of true. Well, anyways, so I guess that's what that's all about.
Well, I see some people applauding his excellent taste in music. I for one, I have to say he's in pretty deep because I'm not familiar with any of these artists, although I'm not really a music fanatic. Ian, do you know any of these artists?
I just pulled it up. I know a couple.
What do you think? Do you
I've heard of
co-sign?
Sophie before, but
I've seen two of them in concert.
really?
Oh, okay.
Which ones?
Sophie and Slater.
Well,
I've
you
heard-
had to see Slater. It's like that's like your
No,
band. right?
I like most of these guys. Yeah. It's
So
some-
you're
but
co-signing good taste?
Good taste.
There you go. And Ian knows. I mean,
Ian knows.
Ian knows everything about music. He's our keeper of culture and history of youth and euthanasia, in the words of Ali G.
I think people are just kind of thrown off because a lot of these artists they're a little cult following, little artists with a lot of diehard fans, and a lot of them are LGBT people who support these artists. So
Yeah, you know what? I've always got the sense that PewDiePie is like socially very progressive and liberal, and I feel like whatever people think about him isn't really the truth about who he is as a person. I feel like privately he's a very different person than what people think of him, and I guess this is kind of proof of that.
Behind the curtain.
Which is kind of ironic because everybody thinks like that he's just this radical reactionary.
I actually went to, when I saw one of these artists, Sophie, some dude tried to fuck me in the bathroom.
What?
Tell me about that. I just choked up my soda pop when you said that.
I did not expect you to say that at all.
Well, like, as you can tell by the response, like I said, they're big in the gay community, these artists. And I was there and I went to the bathroom. I'm washing my hands and this guy comes behind me and he like puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, "You want to get in the stall really quick?" And I was like, this was, I think, the artist Charlie XCX, and then Sophie was performing too. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not gay." And he was like, "But you like Charlie XCX and Sophie? And you're not gay?"
Whoa.
And he was like, "Are you sure you don't want to go in really quick?" I'm like, I'm sure I'm fine.
It's like reverse homophobia right there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy that he just assumes anyone in the bathroom wants to fuck him too. What was he a good-looking guy?
I don't remember.
No.
I can't recall. But
Were you tempted?
Yeah,
He was down on his knees the whole time, so he didn't really get a good look at his face.
it is kind of interesting
How
with these
rude.
artists because, like, I don't know, it's interesting if you're a fan of these artists.
I wonder why. I wonder why is it that it appeals to so many LGBTQ.
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's hard to say. But
I think they're, because it's pop music, their music's big in the gay clubs and stuff, and
all these
know,
artists
they
are very
embrace it.
progressive and very open and welcoming.
Right.
Well, I think it's nice that PewDiePie listens to that music.
Yeah.
Good for him. And good for you, Ian, as well. Do you
But he's got
regret?
good
Do you ever
taste.
think about that guy? I mean, were you tempted at all, or was like, nah, I'm gonna pass? Just out of
No,
curiosity. I mean,
just
that's a
like
pretty.
him and the guy at the Arby's drive-through. I'm
Oh yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Dude, you get love in the most unusual places.
But even if I was into it, I wouldn't want to fuck in the
That's
in
not the right
bathroom
setting.
stall.
Yeah.
There's just
Well,
like
maybe
6
it's not
people
for
in
you,
there too.
but
Well, he said him. He wouldn't.
He has a massive.
I wonder
penis.
if a really hot
Soundbite.
girl came up to you and was like, "Hey, let's go in the stall."
Have any of you ever had sex in a public place?
Not sex. Not like full on sex.
Not in a stall.
Not
that's for sure.
penetrated
That's
or anything like
definitely-
that. Zach has. Zach's quiet.
No comment.
Well, how are we defining public?
Not
Anywhere but a
hot.
bedroom.
Private place. Yeah.
Well then, yeah. I mean, I have to.
Well, what do you mean by that? Like
Well,
in
a car.
You fucked in a bar?
No, car.
Car is different.
Car's kind of private.
Car is its own category. I
But it
think.
wasn't like in my driveway. It was in a public place.
Oh, you've never done that?
But fair enough. I mean, that if that
I
doesn't count,
I fucked
then
in
no.
a car. That
Well,
doesn't.
there you go.
I think it's not the
Then no.
same.
No, it's not the same.
That's the wildness of
I
it.
think we're
hard
talking
to
about like
fuck
a
in the car.
restaurant. Or
Wait, I have a memory of
A mall.
we kind of did it in a public place once, like a long time ago.
Spicy.
I just had a memory. Remember when we saw the Beatles cover band?
Wait,
It was so long ago.
but what did we do?
Oh, we went into the bathroom.
What? Even
No
Yeah,
way.
but-
Yeah, I did.
We did. No, we didn't. Like full.
Oh, I guess I don't remember. We were really drunk.
You heard Yellow Submarine?
This was so long ago, by the way.
That was a great show.
That was when I had just moved to Israel, and
Well, here comes the sun. You
I
know what
guess
mean?
I
yeah, a
think-
little. We went in the bathroom and did something, but I
We
guess
did
I don't remember
something.
if there was full.
Might have not
Yeah.
been the home base.
Little Sergeant Peppers.
We were
huh?
really
Little-
drunk, and I think normally it would have been really gross, but we were like too drunk.
I guess
to-
I think that's why you have sex in public.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't really
Alcohol is
public. I mean, there was the
oftentimes
door
involved,
was
yeah.
closed and it was locked.
No, but it was a public
Yeah, but that
bathroom in a bar.
Yeah, Ian, Zach? What's your story?
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, obviously car. I mean, a lot of car.
Yeah, I guess we're determining that doesn't count. though.
Car doesn't
It's
count.
common enough. That it's not
I guess
considered
the
extreme.
woods. The woods.
Woods.
That
feel like-
counts as
I mean, that's-
something.
Yeah.
Was it like a camping scenario? Or was it like people were hiking? Like, were you in a tent?
It was at night. And it was just kind of like, yeah, let's go do this. And
Just like on the earth? You guys just boned on the
yeah,
earth?
just
On the earth?
Fucking barbaric ape style.
Damn.
Just all in, dude.
That's pretty epic.
You know, I remember now. I had totally forgotten about this, but in high school, in one of the practice rooms of the band, the music department or whatever. So I guess that, I mean, at school, that's definitely
Wait, you
public,
fucked
right?
In the
in high
school?
school and band?
Yeah.
Wow, so people always talk shit about the band kids being uncool, but they're actually fucking in the back room.
Pretty crazy.
Oh, the band kids always fuck, dude.
No, yeah, the
kids
band
are-
is horny as hell, dude. That's
You're
that's
like, come into the
definitely
band
a
room.
thing.
I'll show you my trombone, baby.
I play trombone, so there you go.
Yeah.
You did.
So there you go.
Yeah,
the
it
trombone kids are
Did
getting
you
it
use
soon,
any
right, boy?
instrument- Dan, did you use the like flute? Did you like do anything with the flute? Like as a toy?
What is?
Wait, did you have a condom on
Shut the
you
fuck up.
at that situation?
No, my girlfriend at the time was on the pill.
Oh wow, dude, you guys were way ahead of
Yeah.
me.
What?
Yep.
Holy shit! I don't even think I didn't have a girlfriend who was on the pill until I was like 22 or 23.
Me?
Oh, really?
No. My girlfriend in college was on the pill.
So you were less than 21.
Okay, so it's not that. I guess it wasn't.
Not that far off. Yeah, I
Wait,
mean, this
hold
would have
on,
been
because I was. How does that make sense? Because I maybe my years are all mixed up. Because I went to
Yeah.
college when I was 18, and then I must have dated her like my junior year, and then you came right when I was getting out of college.
Right.
The numbers don't make sense because that was like 5
Uh-oh,
years.
You did an extra year, no?
Yeah, that's 5 fucking years. So that would mean if I went when I was 18, that I would have been 23 when you came, which makes sense, I think.
Oh, I think yes, because you were 21 when we met.
Mm-hmm.
Time passed.
And I never tapped that until I was 23.
Clap those cheeks.
Anyways, this
So
this
Dan
ending was supposed to
is
be a
playing
quick
the
wrap-up.
trombone.
Yeah, that's
Is
pretty
that
cool.
news to
man.
everybody?
No, I think I knew that, but I just think it's interesting
I've
that the
mentioned that I
trombone
was
players.
a marching band kid.
Can we get a trombone solo?
I do still own a trombone, but
You
I
do?
have not played. Yeah,
Bring it.
I mean, I haven't played in like a decade. It's just sits in my
Play it.
closet. No,
Expedia, by the way, Microsoft owns some.
not
of.
doing that.
You don't want to get in the band again with Zach?
But I do find it interesting that the
I
that
still
the
play
band
guitar,
players
but yeah, I haven't played the horn in a long time.
Dan and I yet to have a jam sesh. We need to do
with
that.
trombone and guitar.
No, no, like 2 guitars or guitar and bass or something.
I'd watch that.
I play,
Ian,
I play
are
guitar as
you-
well. I'm not a shredder like Zach, but
Oh.
but I can play.
Ian, are you musical at all?
I played the drums when I was a kid.
You did. So we could start a band here.
Oh, right. Ethan plays guitar too, right?
Yes.
So
Kind of.
I played a lot
Kind
of
of,
bass,
but he
so
does.
I could be our bass player. You could
We
sing.
got to make another jokes album.
Count me out.
You could sing.
I cannot sing.
Trombone kids get fucked.
I have zero musical.
Trombone kids get fucked. All the cool kids are virgin stills, but trombone kids getting fucked. Trombone kids getting fucked. Ba 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 ba.
Little wings there. Is that wings?
Yeah.
That is wings.
Okay.
I was cool, but I was virgin, but the trombone kids getting fucked. I thought band was so uncool, but the trombone kids getting fucked.
I just shot my nut.
I just shot my nut without a condom.
I regret bringing this up. I got kicked out of Zoom, so I can't cut to Zach and Ian, so we should probably just wrap this up.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. We will see you tomorrow with Chad and JT, the legendary Party Bros. Until then, party on. I'm Garth, and you're
Brooke.
Wayne. Peace, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.